So welcome back to the channel. A bit of a difficult one today. It's absolutely pouring it down with rain here in Glencoe, but it does mean that the falls are really flowing. Just check this out. I was determined to come out today even though the weather is pretty horrendous. It's been pretty much sideways rain for the last few days, but I thought I'm going to at least come and try and have a go at one shot. It's getting more popular, this is, with landscape photographers, this waterfall, but it's not that easy to get to. I have taken a picture here before in a lot better conditions, but as I've only got a couple of more days left here in Scotland, I thought I'm going to try and come down and have another go at it and see what we get. I was thinking, I thought the mountains would be completely under the mist, but they're not just yet. I don't think we're going to get much light, but we'll see how we get on anyway. But everywhere's absolutely soaking wet, but it's a fantastic place. Hopefully as the light comes up, I will be able to see a bit clearer. It's absolutely unbelievable. I've never seen it working as much as this. It'll be interesting to if I can get a decent shot. So just have a look at the amount of water that's coming down now. It's incredible. I'll put a little picture up now of one that I did here a couple of years ago where the water was flowing, but not as much as this. This is just absolutely incredible. So much atmosphere here. It's quite misty, it's cloudy, but we can see the top of the mountain. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and make my way across here somewhere and get over to this spot and see if we can get a couple of shots or not. I normally like to get in the water. I've got my wellies on, but there's no way I'm going in there. My last video I actually fell in the water and I don't fancy doing that again today. So right, we'll try and head on over there, but there's so much water everywhere. Just look at the mountains up there. Absolutely incredible. So I need to get across here. I don't know if that's coming across on camera, but that is flowing unbelievably quick. So I'm going to go a bit further up and see if I can pass along there. It's normally just a little trickle of water when I've been before, but it really is coming down. We've had so much rainfall the last few days that I think even the locals are surprised how much they've had. So I will endeavour to get across, and I'll across this water, and I'll pick you up in a minute. I don't know if that came across on camera, but that's a lot more powerful, that water, than it appears. Definitely need wellies on in this. Your hiking boots would be drenched in this. So, oh, look at this. This is absolutely incredible. Oh, I do love Scotland. The amount of water it is incredible, as I keep saying. It's unbelievable. Just look, check this out. So you can see where a lot of other photographers have been, I'm afraid. It's a bit worn out, the grass, so I'll try and not damage it too much more and not move around too much, but this is where quite a few people have been. But normally I would be down in there in this kind of position, and I mean, you can't even see the rocks, but look how quick that is flowing. There's a real current on that. So I was hoping to get really low down and have a nice bit of foreground looking back up at the mountains. Normally there's a few nice little rocks here that the water just runs through, snakes through, but it's absolute torrent today. What I would say is if you're coming into conditions like this, make sure you've got all the good waterproofs on, because I'm getting a battering here. I don't know if it's coming across on camera. So I'm going to have to set up around here, try and use this rock as I can. I just wipe my lens, rock in the foreground, and try and get the mountains in the background if possible. It's not ideal conditions, but I am determined to get one shot today, and it might be that we can walk a bit further up and see if there's anything up there, but I think it's going to be incredibly difficult to get anywhere with this amount of rainfall. But bear with me, I'm going to get set up and hopefully we can get a couple of shots, and if a bit of light comes through, or if it just lightens up a little bit this dull sky, we might come away with something worthwhile. So stick with me and hopefully we get something. Saying conditions like this, have some microfiber cloths handy, because even though these cameras are weather sealed, they'll only take so much, and also you need to keep wiping your lens in these conditions. So that's why I've got that out, try and dry it off a little bit, and I'm just going to try and get this polarizer on now. I use these case magnetic filters, and they're really good. You just get the step-up rings, so you've got the ring that will just screw onto the front of the lens, and then you can put your filters, magnetic filters, just on the front. So I'll just wipe my lens again, and then just, so it's as simple as that. And there's the magnetic one on the front now, just give that a wipe as well, and then snaps too. Really, really useful. I've gone quite low with my tripod because it is, every now and again there's quite a bit of wind that just flows down through the glen. So that's the idea, and I want to try and, like in my last video, I was talking about getting separation, so I want to try and make sure I can see the water, but it might not work today just because of the wind, but I'll try my best to get something. This is absolutely tremendous. As I always say, I love cloudy, misty, atmospheric photos, and we've got it all here. We really have. So the camera is giving me, I think it's f10, 1/8 of a second, ISO 640. I want to be around 1/8 of a second, so we'll fire that off, and I might just have to play with the shutter speed a little bit, just because it's moving so quickly, this water. So 1/8 of a second was probably a bit ambitious to try and get a shot. It was just one big milky mess. I'll put that up on the screen so you can see that. But I'm going between 13th and a 15th of a second, and it's kind of getting me some detail in the water, but it's moving incredibly quickly. So it's a bit of a shame really. I don't want to lose too much detail, but I'll play around with that. I'll put each shot up that I've done at different shutter speeds, and you tell me which ones that you like. And the mist is coming back in. It's a hard one, this is, but I hope you enjoy the pictures. So a few days ago, I went for a walk just up through there. You can just see through that gap there, and it's called the Lost Valley. Absolutely brilliant walk, and there's some incredible waterfalls as well. I'll put some little clips up of that now so you can have a look, which is definitely somewhere I will be going back with the camera. It was just a walk that I did, but definitely next time that'd be worth going for. What an incredible place this really is. Just moved around a little bit to see if I can get a slightly different composition. The wind is really picking up. I've put the tripod up a little bit now, so it's quite difficult to keep everything steady, but I'll spin you around. Just come round, you see my bag there, which I'll have to move, but I've come round to this kind of composition here. I probably need to move in a little bit more, but I quite like the way that's going. And we've got that little bit of separation around the rocks there. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'll try and do one in portrait as well, and see what that looks like. But it's definitely not brightening up. It's getting a lot worse, but what is good is we still can see the mountains in the background just. So I'll fire some of those shots off now, and again, let me know if you like them and for what reasons. So it doesn't always go perfect in landscape photography, and this is definitely one of those occasions. I'm freezing cold, I'm soaking wet. It's not all bad though. I've now got an appointment at Oban Distillery for a whiskey tour, which I'm really looking forward to. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.